Roach Farm and Garden is a fun and festive place to shop this fall. If you like to hunt, look no further. We have the best in food plot seeds, deer feeders, stands, and camouflage. Not to mention the latest in high-tech hunting accessories. Check out our line of Drake and Carhartt clothing along with Georgia boots, including the best price on snake protection boots anywhere. Science Diet pet foods, garden seeds, wheat straw, dog houses, and Holland grills. We have the stuff you need for a festive fall season. Roach Farm and Garden, serving you in 2 convenient locations.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a special show. Today we have on the set with us a quite unique character, as you can well see from the start, Bobby Duskin. Now Bobby is a commander of a division of one of the Sons of the Confederate Vets here in our area. You're actually from Cochran, is it, Bobby?
Cochran, Georgia. Yes,
all right. Welcome over to Dublin. I'm sure you come over and see us on occasion.
I do.
Now you don't always dress that way, do you?
Yes, I do.
Every time you get out of the house, Bobby.
Every time.
That's
Just
good.
about.
Well, we want to talk a little bit about what all is going on in our community in the days and weeks ahead. And we came into contact with Bobby in reference to the 7th annual Town of Dexter Christmas Parade. And you're going to actually be a part of the parade along with your regiment.
Absolutely.
All right. And so everybody can come out to that and be a part of that. That's actually coming up December 6th at 10 a.m. So December 6th at 10 a.m. you can go out and really enjoy yourself. Y'all going to do, you're going to be in full uniform.
That's right. And
tell us how you make an appearance like that and what all was involved with it first, Bobby.
Well, we make an appearance in the crowd, and we do a firing demonstration with our muskets, and the crowd likes that pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Young and old alike like that.
Young and old.
Yeah, and not everybody can shoot a muzzle loader.
No.
They don't.
It takes some
doing.
Some doing.
Yeah, you got to know which end to fire first and what to do with the packing rod and what to put in there and in what order, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it'll be a treat for, as we say, young and old alike. So come out and be a part of that 7th annual Town of Dexter Christmas Parade. And once again, it's coming up December 6th. That's at 10 a.m. Well, Bobby, let's talk a little bit about the Sons of Confederate Vets. Now, how long have you been a part?
I've been a part about 8 or 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Okay. And how did that come about? How did you realize your heritage or come to appreciate it more like that?
I knew it was part of my heritage to begin with, because it's something you can feel in your bones. And I just always wanted to be a part of them. So, and also honor my ancestors, you know, the right way.
Yes. Now, there are misconceptions maybe sometimes about the Confederate flag. Let's talk about that in just a moment, how proud you are of it.
I'm very proud of it, and that's actually a Christian flag. It's the St. Andrew's Cross is what it is, and I've got it flying in my yard, and I'll put it up and take it everywhere I go. Everywhere you see me, I've got a flag.
Yeah.
Very proud of it. And it's to honor my ancestor and all the Confederate ancestors that fought in the Confederacy.
And I believe, and we believe, and I hope everyone watching will share the belief that you should be proud of your heritage. You know, you learn good and bad lessons from your parents, from your predecessors in life, and people around you that you live with right now. And you should take the good part and go forward. And you should take your heritage and be proud of that, because that's where you come from, obviously. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about what kind of organization y'all have, how often you get together, and that type of thing.
We have monthly meetings, and our meetings is the first Tuesday of every month at Oak Grove Community House. We discuss business, and we also have a program also. You know, the program consists of, you know, history, the real history that you're not taught in school. We teach it there. You know, about our ancestors and Confederate veterans that fought.
Yeah. All right. And there's literature, I'm sure, or online website somewhere that someone who may be interested say, hey, I want to learn more about that. I want to see what they're all about. Tell us about it.
Go to Georgia Division Sons of Confederate Veterans.org. That's our website.
Okay. And so about how many members y'all have in the local chapter, and about how many do we have statewide?
I couldn't give you that number right off, but I know Georgia holds the most members of national. I do know that.
All right. Well,
We also do a project called Flags Over Georgia
okay.
that no other group does. It's, we place Confederate flags on major highways, and they're well seen. We got a 30 by 50 sitting on I-75 on exit 71 in Tifton, Georgia. Big flag. We dedicated that thing 6 years ago, and it's a beauty sitting out there. And they're on 16. They're in Augusta. You know, any major highway, you'll see our flags flying. And we just get a spot, donate it to us, and resurrect the flagpole, 130-foot flagpole,
Wow.
and put a flag up there.
All
Yes, sir.
right. Okay, now let's talk about the uniform you have on now.
Yes, sir.
You make it, you order it. How do you come about
I
that?
ordered this one, and the way that the Confederate soldier would have got it, he would have got it, the wool part here, and there's also another one called butternut. It's
Yeah.
like a blue jean type material, military. Toward the end of the war now, they probably didn't. They had mixed match colors, no shoes or whatever. But this jacket is wool. These pants are wool, and it's kind of warm, you know. And we actually had I didn't bring it with me. I got a wool blanket
Yeah.
that the soldier would tote around with him.
Yeah.
And the shirt now is a handmade shirt. The shirt would be made by the Confederate soldier. It would be made by his mama or his wife. She would make this shirt, and it don't unbutton all the way down like a regular shirt. It's got about 4 buttons right here, and then it slides over like a T-shirt. It's a long sleeve shirt, and you know. And,
That's the way they made them, man.
that's the way they made them, and that's the way it comes. And these I've got on right here are called gaiters.
Go ahead and put it, one of them up if you can. Yeah, there you go.
This right here is a gaiter right here. Some folks call them leggings. They for, you know, running across dense fields with briars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To keep them from
Keep
hanging
it
on this wool.
Right.
And it's like a canvas material
I see.
dipped in a petroleum. And it kind of they halfway waterproof, you know, but
Sure.
you know they're the cavalrymen wore the knee boots. They were called cavalry boots.
Okay.
The shoes, I don't have the shoes on because I can't wear them.
Yeah.
I can't walk in them.
Yeah.
But the shoes were called brogans. The shoes were the same. They wasn't a right and a left one. They made the shoes the same. So if you got a pair of brogans, a lot of folks say, well, you know, I got to break in this pair of shoes. Well, they had to break these in to have the right and the left one to walk in them, or you know.
It was cumbersome.
When you took them off, you put the right one over here and the left one over here. That way you could put them on the same way. But they were the same shoe. Had wood pegs in the bottom, wood heel. But if they got wet, the wood pegs would come out. That's the reason you see a lot of Confederate soldiers. They take their brogans off, tie the shoestrings up, put them around the neck, and walk across the creek or walk across the river to keep from the
Getting
pegs
them
coming
pegs.
out.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and then what's the satchel around it?
This right here is called a haversack. It's very important that we had this. It had everything that we needed, you know, for long journeys. It had our food in here, which our food was.
All right, let's hold on now. This here's a haversack. Start right there and try not to hit that microphone for me.
Sorry.
That's all right. You didn't know.
Yeah, this is a haversack.
All right.
Yeah. Very important that we had this right here. Because it had, you know, our food in here. Like if we had, you know, beef jerky, or we put it in here and eat it on the journey.
Sure.
There was another. It's called hardtack. It was a cracker, about 2 inches by 2 inches thick. And they didn't call it hardtack for nothing, because it's real hard. You break your teeth out with it when you eat it.
Yeah.
It's made of flour and salt
Ah.
and water, and they baked it in the oven.
Yeah.
You know, and they would put it in that, it would last a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have a spoon that they would tote with them, and a Bible or a deck of cards or something like that.
Or both.
I tote a Bible with me and a
Yeah.
deck of cards.
Yeah.
You know, and it had different you know
Sure.
things right here. But
Sure.
we had to have this too.
Okay. All right. And swing that back around there where you had it, and then we talk about whatever you got here on your side there. Well,
All right. This right here is my cartridge box right here.
okay.
This is what I needed for
To load you.
this gun right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
What I have in here would be my projectile and gunpowder, and that's
Okay.
real.
Uh-huh.
We shoot just gunpowder.
Okay.
But this would have a ball on the end, or a mini ball, as they called it,
Sure.
and I've got one of them.
So you packing the powder down in there first in the ball. Okay.
This right here,
That's your projectile.
it's a projectile right here. It would be wrapped in the paper, too, also.
Oh, okay. They wrap them
be
ahead of
wrapped in the
time.
paper.
About how many would go in there?
One of them, I mean, this.
No,
would
I
be
don't
loaded.
mean in the gun. I know one in the gun, in the
Oh,
in the
here?
satchel. Yeah.
Oh, I could probably put 75.
Okay.
something like
So
that.
that's about how much ammunition they'd go out with,
7,500,
if
something
they're
like
lucky.
that. But what I would do is I'd take the gun, and another thing, what they were looking for in the military when you was in there,
Yes.
Confederate military, is when you walked in there looking at your teeth. You know, a lot of folks say, yeah, what? You made sure you didn't have an overbite or missing teeth. You had to be able to take this and put this in your mouth and tear it off, and pour it down the barrel. And once you pour it down the barrel, paper would still be attached to your projectile. You stick it in there like that. You take your ramrod out,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be up there, and then you would
Pack it.
ram it in there
Mm-hmm.
to be with your powder, right?
Sure, sure.
And then you would pull this out and put it back in. This was very important that you did not lose this,
That's right.
because if you did, this gun would be useless.
That's right.
Then after you got it packed in there,
Mm-hmm.
you'd half cock it, and over here you have a percussion cap. You'd reach in here, and you would put this percussion cap right here.
Okay.
And once you got the percussion cap on, you fully cocked it,
Right.
and then you was ready to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while this was going on, you had bullets going by your head.
Right. So there's a need for precision and speed.
And as I was speaking earlier about your teeth, a lot of them didn't have no front teeth. They were labeled cowards or yellow-backed or whatever, because, you know, they would knock their teeth out or pull their front teeth so they wouldn't have to, you know, join the Confederate Army or join any army union the same way. You had to have good teeth to be able to bite this paper off. And,
Well, there's a good story. That's a good lesson in history.
Yes.
All right. Going over there now, you got a pistol or...
The pistol is this is a Griswold, which was made in Macon, Georgia.
Yeah?
It ain't blued, and it happens to be it was a 32 caliber pistol,
Mm-hmm.
and it was loaded basically similar, but not the same way. You would load it. You would either have extra cylinders lined up on your belt,
Right.
because this gun comes apart.
Sure.
You pull the clip out and pull it apart.
Right, right.
Or you could load it
One at a time.
You know, like this right here.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you load it, you pour your gunpowder in there,
Wow.
and you would pack it with beeswax. That's to keep it from chain firing. When you fire this gun, fire would fly out of it.
Sure it would. It'd fire
And
the
it
other
would
way.
chain fire.
Okay.
When you had your wadding
Sure.
and your projectile and your gun, because it have gunpowder, and there'd be 3 or 4 cylinders firing if you
That's
didn't
right.
have a beeswax.
Right, you got to cap it off
I
somewhere.
use Crisco.
Okay.
That's what I use.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would put your caps.
Sure.
You'd go ahead and you'd put all 6 of them in
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there. And,
Okay.
this would be a weapon that an officer would carry, or the cavalry would carry.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times the infantry would have a sidearm.
Right.
And the holsters wouldn't be like mine. I like an open holster.
Mm-hmm.
They would be a flap holster.
Sure.
In the Confederacy, but or the Union had that too also.
Yeah.
But
Okay, let's talk a little bit more now. What's the 16? What's that denote on your hat, and why you have feathers?
this is the 16th is a part of a group I'm a part of also. Is the Georgia 16th
All right.
reenactment group
Mm-hmm.
also.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a Georgia 16th that followed in Georgia here too also.
Okay.
And I just go around and we do reenactments together, and we do Clinton, Old Clinton,
Sure.
in the Jones County.
Right.
We just did Andersonville, and we was in Millersville.
Okay. Well, good.
And we fixing to do Old Richland. This Old Richland Christmas is what they call it. We do like a funeral type thing in there, and it's a pretty good little.
Where about?
If you had never in Twiggs County.
Okay.
And we do it every year, and it's a Christmas program that we put on. It's the war, we talk about the war from 1861 to 1865.
Okay.
All through the program. And if you ain't never been, you need to go.
Okay. Well, there's the invitation for you, ladies and gentlemen. And we also want to mention again, 7th Annual Town of Dexter Christmas Parade. And once again, it's coming up December 6th at 10 a.m., and you're going to be there to share with young and old alike. Y'all going to go through the crowd and visit. You'll be able to have the children or you yourself handle the muzzle loader. You may not get to fire it, but you get to check it out. And then and you might get to fire it, huh? Well, how about that? So you heard it right here, ladies and gentlemen. You can take him up on it. This is Bobby Duskin, by the way, and again, a commander of the Sons of the Confederate Veterans, one of the divisions that's here in the state of Georgia, and throughout the South, just preserving the heritage, and we all want to acknowledge and preserve our heritage, and so, we should all be respectful of each other in that avenue. I truly do believe that. Of course, everybody has their own opinion. So, moving right along, we appreciate you coming in your attire today, but you didn't tell me why they would have a feather in the cap. Does that denote you an officer?
No, that's me.
Oh, that's just you. I don't think I've seen one with the feathers in. That's why I'm asking.
It's a guinea feather,
Okay. All right. All right, well, once again, we appreciate you coming in. If they'd like more information, they can go on the website you mentioned earlier, or do y'all have a phone number? You give out your phone number. If anyone's interested in
we got a
maybe becoming
national
a part.
phone number also, 1-800-MY-SOUTH.
Okay.
MY-SOUTH. 1-800-MY-SOUTH.
Okay. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We want to encourage you to come out to that parade now and be a part, and you can visit with people like Bobby who travel around and represent our area in several different states around us, not only locally, don't you, Bobby?
Absolutely.
All right. We wish you well. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you so
and
much.
we look forward to seeing you
Thank
at
you
the
for
Dexter
having me.
Parade. Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.